This video is going to show you how to make your own bagged salad. And I call it a bag salad because we're going to put it in a bag. And it's going to replace that sort of pale salad, bag salad that you get in the store that you just pick up and put in a bowl and put dressing on. That's just your instant salad. Because we're going to do just a little bit better on that. If we make our own bag salad, it's going to be very nutrient dense. It's going to be colorful. So we're not just going to get the fiber, we're going to get all those polyphenols, those colors that are so good for your gut microbiome to lower inflammation, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So I'm going to show you how to do it from start to finish. So you can see exactly how long it takes me to make one of these. So first of all, we're going to go with the base. And the base of our salad is going to be what you think of usually as your greens. And what you need for this, I really like a salad spinner. And the salad spinner I like is the OXO salad spinner because you can really get all the moisture out. And that's key so you don't end up with that slimy mess of your bag salad. So the lettuce you use is up to you. You can use arugula, you can use romaine, you can use leaf lettuce, you can use stuff from the garden, stuff from the store, whatever you like. I happen to have this stuff because I currently have a CSA from a farm. It is salad season. So this is their mixed greens. And I like to do a combination if I have it. If I don't, sometimes I'll honestly buy that plastic box of baby arugula or something in the store, and that looks great. I have that same farm. I've got it from right now. They have baby arugula, so I'm going to throw a handful in there. And then I have a radicchio. It looks a little old right now, but I've just been cutting bits off of this. A radicchio is a chicory. So these are bitters. And bitters are a little bitter. I find this radicchio to be a really nice taste, and I love the pink color. So I'll chop this up a little bit so it's in small pieces and put it in there. And then the other base things that I want to wash, these are things I need to wash in a salad spinner, is I've got some of these microgreens. So these microgreens, what they are, usually the ones I like the best are the broccoli microgreens. You might find the radish microgreens. But these broccoli microgreens are really superfood for a detoxification, liver detox. So if you have someone near you who's making them, get a little subscription and buy them. So I'll put that in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to my sink, fill it with water so it soaks, and I can rinse it. And while that's going on, then I can chop up some of my hard vegetables. Just a sec. I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, so that is soaking. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some extras. And the extras that I like to add for my bag salad, I'll tell you what it's not. I'm not adding avocado because that'll just turn to slime. I'm not adding peppers, they'll turn to slime. I'm not adding cucumbers, that turns to slime. Tomatoes, slime. They're all really high water things. So I'm doing harder things. And so what I've got here is I've got a carrot, I've got some salad turnips, and I've got some radishes, I've got some purple cabbage. And you can chop them, you can do them however you like, you can use a food processor, but I'll tell you, my equipment of choice for this job lately has become a box grater. And these box graters usually come with a little attachment to catch things. I know, I just throw that out, I don't use that. So I'm gonna use the side and this, see? So I'm just kind of grating my cabbage here. Grate some of that, and I just save the rest for another time. And then I use the other grating part on the carrot. So you see, I'm really trying to layer on all the different colors because, you know, each one of these colors is a pigment, and some of them, I mean, you might know from these oranges, like from carrots and whatnot, that's where you get beta carotene, which is a potent antioxidant. These purples are called anthocyanins, proanthocyanins. These guys are really anti-inflammatory. And what's interesting is we're seeing that the more of these polyphenols, these colors you have, it helps stabilize your blood sugar. Like when you eat these before a meal, it actually, do you want to grate this? I'm going to slice this radish. It actually improves your glucose stability during that meal that you eat it before. So you get this sort of immediate effect of, you know, you eat one of these colorful salads before your meal and it stabilizes your blood sugar for that meal. And then of course you get the long-term effect, which is the more of these colors that you eat, they actually interact with your microbiome, the bugs in your gut, and it helps them produce more an anti-inflammatory effect. It helps modulate your immune system. So think fewer allergies, lower levels of inflammation, better poop. These little salad turnips. I don't know if you've seen these salad turnips. I just started getting these a couple years ago. I was at a friend's house. My friend Valerie had grated them up and was having them to put in like burritos and wraps and stuff. And I thought, well, that is kind of cool. And like I said, you can slice them thin, you can grate them. Just, you know, be careful with your fingers. Okay, so that's that. And now I'm gonna just use a big bowl, and this is my assembly bowl. Remember, this is for our bag salad. And depending on how many people you're feeding and how many days you want this to last. So I can't promise how long this will last. You know, a good bagged salad should last you, freshly done, maybe 4 or 5 days. What I like to do is maybe if I'm making a salad on Monday night, it takes me just as long to make a whole bunch pretty much as it does a little salad. So maybe on Monday night when I make a salad, I'll make extra, and before I dress it, I'll put some away in a bag. That's rather than having to do all my meal prep in one day. Okay, so I'm gonna get the stuff I was washing and I'll come back, putting you on pause. Okay, we're back. So, a little salad spinner here. Now, thing is, if this is really wet when you put it in the fridge, that's where the whole slime, salad slime comes from. They don't pay me, but I love the OXO salad spinner. It is the best one on the market. So many of them, you have to do them in the sink, and this one actually just holds my salad, and you can lock it so you can transport the salad base anywhere. Okay. Now, okay, now we've got our salad. This is going to be our salad base, and I'll say, you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to use a paper towel just to get extra little bit. If I have more time, you might just kind of leave it open in the salad spinner. Compost that. And now, again, like I said, I might make this, so let's say I'm just going to split this with my husband, and this might be twice as much as we would eat. And so this is where I would take my washed out recycled Ziploc bag or glass container, literally anything, and you just shove a couple handfuls of this in here. Yeah. Bag salad. And sometimes to absorb a little more water, I'll put another paper towel in there. And then I might just like fold it over a little so it gets a little air and doesn't get too dry. And I put that right in the fridge, and I have the rest tomorrow or the next day. And that's good to go. Now this salad, this tell me that doesn't look like a great salad. Now that I'm ready for it, now I can do all of my add-ins, and I'm not going to put anything else in here just in the interest of time, but I can slice up an avocado if it's in the season, tomatoes, cucumbers. You can put some feta cheese in there, some roasted chickpeas, some sunflower seeds, whatever you want to put in there. But I can put that in there. Let me show how I'm going to dress it, because if you're still buying bottled salad dressings, like if making your own salad dressing wasn't on your bingo card this week, that's fine. If you go get some Hidden Valley Ranch salad dressing and put it on this, you are doing great. It is great. Whatever gets you to eat the vegetables, put something on it. Ranch is fine. One step up and a heck of a lot cheaper is making your own salad dressing. And I want to show you the easiest way to do it. So I don't even have fancy olive oil. I just have Costco olive oil. So this is what I do. Every single night I make this. I've got salt. You don't have to buy fancy salt. This happens to be the Celtic sea salt because I like it. I'm taking a pinch. Shrink it down here. If I have a bigger salad, I'll do 2 pinches. Toss it around, and then here we go. Plain red wine vinegar. A little sprinkle. That was just a little sprinkle, probably a teaspoon, because this is a very small salad. And then you could just stick with that as your vinegar, but I happen to like just a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Nothing Costco balsamic vinegar. And then a little bit of olive oil. And the ratio I like is at least I want a 1-to-1 ratio of vinegar to oil or a 1-to-2. So I want at least as much oil as vinegar, sometimes twice as much. My preference. All right, so we're going to toss this. That's it. There's salad. Bag salad, fresh salad. You meal prep for 2 days of salad in advance with one evening of making salad, and you have an easy homemade salad dressing that's going to save you a ton of money. But again, remember, put a ranch on this and you're still up ahead. And you're going to get so many great bioflavonoids, polyphenols, whatever. It's going to feed your microbiome, stabilize your blood sugar, and lower your inflammation. I hope that you try it.